go.
At Irish Life Health, we do health insurance, but not as you know it. Like our benefit plan, which gives you up to €250 back on a mix of benefits, like sports clubs, such as your local GAA club, dietitians, and fitness wearables. Helping you embrace a healthier lifestyle. Search Irish Life Health.
So welcome back to the Athletics Ireland Elite Micro Meet here in Abbottstown, sponsored by Irish Life Health. It has been low on quantity, but we've been high on quality. We've had an amazing afternoon there with Luke McCann running 3:40 and possibly grabbing that last qualifying spot in the 1500 metres. And we've had three ladies run under the old 800 metre record. We had Georgie Hartigan, Louise Shanahan both running 2:01, and then Isolde Donnan running 2:02. And we'll possibly, with Shifa Cleary Butler running tonight, possibly have 5 athletes with the qualifying standard for this European Indoors. And that is not even counting the likes of Ciara McGeehan, who hasn't ran an 800 this year. So an incredible performances all round from those 800 metre athletes. And shortly we'll have the 60 metres. So we've had cracking performances all around. We'll hope to have another couple of qualifiers here. We have Leon Reid, Dean Adams, Mark Smith, Conor Morey, Israel Olatunde, Marcus Lawler and Joseph Ojawumi coming up in the men's. But before that, we'll have Joan Healy, Kate Doherty, Lauren Roy, Molly Scott, Niamh Whelan and Aoife Lynch in the women's. So just the old sanitising bottles being placed out there by our officials into the right spot. And we should be good to go in about 4 minutes' time. We'll have our next race on track. So the qualifying standard for the women's is 7:36. The athletes are now coming out on track. As I sneeze into my elbow, don't worry, all safe, all clear. As I said, 60 metres here. The qualifying standard is 7:36. Now, 2 athletes in this field have actually ran under this in the past. Joan Healy has ran 7:31 back in 2018. 28-year-old former Bandon AC athlete now competing for Leeville. And she is in the yellow and black of Leeville, I see there in the centre of her shot. And we also have Molly Scott, 7:32 in 2019. She's also run under the standard in the past, but neither of those athletes have run under that standard in 2020. So it'll be interesting to see how they go now over this 60 metre stretch. Got obviously Molly Scott as a hurdler as well, 8:34 over the 60 metre hurdle, so well capable over this distance, whether they be hurdles or not. And a rapid starter is Molly Scott from St. Lawrence O'Toole's. Holds the under 20 record as well for the 100 metre hurdles, just over the shorter height for the juniors at 13:22, and also a world silver medalist at junior level in that as part of that 4x1 team in 2019. So incredible athlete is Molly Scott. In this one as well, we have Kate Doherty, another hurdler. She's ran 7:62 and also 8:29 over the hurdles. So she is the tall athlete with black hair in the DSD vest, the grey vest of DSD. She'll be hoping to emulate Georgie Hartigan there, her clubmate, who she would have seen running under that old Irish record, running 2:01 there earlier on in the 800 metres. So a good day for a DSD. Lauren Roy then in this one as well. She's ran 7:39. She is in the red of City of Lisburn, 11:92 then outdoors for her. So well capable over both distances. Niamh Whelan as well in the green. Has ran 7:46, 11:63 and 11:63 outdoors for the 100 metres and 23 at 30 outdoors for the 200 metres. She competed in the European Championships in Barcelona in 2010. So she would be the elder statesman and statesman of this field, 30 years of age. Joan Healy just behind her, 28. And Eva Lynch, 7.65 and 11.91 of Denor Harriers. So the centre of your shot there, Lauren Roy, Joan Healy, Molly Scott and Niamh Whelan are the fastest in this field. Kate Doherty, an interesting entrant, as known better really as a hurdler, with that 8.29 over the hurdle. So very centre of your shot there. In the blue, Molly Scott, and in the yellow of Leave LASC is Joan Healy, and then Lauren Roy in the red just outside that. There are the three likely to get near the standard, and Scott out well as always, but Healy is absolutely flying it there, and it is between these two, but Scott looks to have it, and Scott by some distance in the end with the win there, the girl from Carlow. She'll be absolutely delighted with that one. 7.37, so just agonizingly outside that 7.36 standard. And then Healy probably around 7.40. I didn't catch who was third, but I'm going to assume that it was Lauren Roy. We'll see a replay here. Lauren Roy not getting out well at all, but Healy and Scott absolutely flying it. And it looks like it was actually Kate Doherty getting out for third place there. As I said, an intriguing entry as a hurdler there. I'd say that is a huge PB for her. She's only around 7.62, so it looks to be around 7.50 for her. But Scott, cracking performance there, 7.37, and Healy relegated second place. So we'll see how they get on in this second race, which will take place in about an hour's time. So those athletes will rest and recover for a few moments. And we'll also have the men on very shortly in about 5 minutes' time. So as you see this race in slow-mo, you see that Healy gets out so well there, but Scott is always about a half a yard in front of her, and Lauren Roy would have been kind of struggling there a little bit, but Kate Doherty just on the outside, a long-striding athlete from DSD, throwing herself nearly towards the line there, and coming out of nowhere really on the outside. Said better known really as a hurdler, so an impressive performance from the DSD athlete there in third, but it is already all about Scott and Healy. Scott in particular with a cracking performance there, belying her inferior personal best to Healy, but running well. So we'll try and get that result for you very shortly as we await the arrival of the men, who should be out very shortly. Those men are due to start at 25 past, so we will possibly take a few moments. An interview to show with someone who we interviewed earlier, whose name I've forgotten. It's been a long day. Georgie Hartigan? Yes, and also Luke McCann. Breakout performance there, 2:01. You must be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, I am. I'm kind of in shock, to be honest. I had a bit of a wobbly race last week, so wasn't really sure what would come out of today, but I just thought if I went out pretty hard, got to 600 fairly quick, I'd be able to hold on, and yeah, just about did that. I thought I might fall over in the last 50. My legs had gone so jelly, but I could feel the girls coming, so I was like, just carry on, keep going. So yeah, I'm delighted, absolutely delighted. Yeah,
very hot pace, 58 seconds or so
yeah.
through that 400. Is that the fastest you've ever gone through?
I think it probably is, yeah. Credit to the pacemaker, she did an absolutely fantastic job. So yeah, we were lucky. We weren't sure if we would have a pacemaker, so I'm happy that we did. She was great.
Brilliant. And I suppose the 2:01 going towards the European indoors now, hoping to book your ticket towards that, and three girls going with you.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed that kind of the selection goes my way. Hopefully I've put on a good enough performance there to throw my hat in the ring. I think it's really testament to the amount of girls running well over 800 in Ireland at the moment that we had to run that quick. I think at the start of the season I thought, if I can get under the time, that would probably be good enough, but soon became quite clear that would not be good enough. So yeah, I think it's really just a testament to how deep the talent pool is at the moment. It's really great to see.
Brilliant. And in terms of restrictions and stuff, has it been difficult for you to get all your training in? Obviously running that well, maybe not so much, but
yeah, it's been okay. I've not been the worst hit, so I can't really complain, but we've certainly had to be a little bit more creative, I guess, in the way that we've trained. But Athletic Ireland obviously really grateful to them that they put on this meeting, because otherwise we wouldn't have really been able to compete. So yeah, super grateful.
Perfect. Thanks very much. Well done today.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. So Luke, fantastic performance today, 3:40, an improvement on your personal best. You must be delighted.
Oh my God! Came in with a job to do. I knew I was fourth on the European standings. I knew after the 3Ks last night that I had to go faster than Brian Fay. He was 3:41.7, and that's my PB. So I knew I had to get a PB to get that spot today.
Yeah, brilliant. And taking it over there from 800, obviously Kevin Woods paced you pretty much bang on to that 800. It's a long way to go from there.
Yeah, well, I had a chat with John beforehand, and he said that he'd do everything in his power to help me, but he just obviously didn't have it after the 8 to come past. So I knew obviously with the 2 clocks, obviously the one at the 15 start as well. I knew I was able to judge my pace pretty well. Like, it's only every 100 meters that you're able to keep track of everything. So I knew I was on from 600 out.
Good man. And in terms of the winter restrictions wise, has it been difficult to get all your training in, or have you had a...
Yeah, I mean, over the winter we were trying to get onto the track, but I don't think anyone had access to it for a couple of weeks. So myself and my sister and my dad, who's our coach, we actually ended up using a path along the Cherrywood Lewis for 300s and stuff as our track session. So we were able to make do with what we had, but obviously having the access and stuff from January on was a key part of it as well.
Brilliant. Looking forward now, I suppose, to obviously if you get selected to the European indoors and then the outdoors then after that. What are your thoughts going forward?
I mean, just keep trying to PB, I suppose. Hopefully this will get me into those bigger races, and then get the PB, and then hopefully with rankings and stuff, ranking points and stuff, I might be able to get close to Tokyo, but that's another kettle of fish altogether.
Exactly. The almost a 3:39 today. You're saying so close.
Coming up the home straight, I saw the 33, 34, and I knew it takes about 6 seconds, 6.5 once you're coming off that bend. And just I saw the 37, 38, and 39. It was as if it had held on a bit longer there, and I dipped with everything I had and saw the 06 or 03 or something. But sure, I can't complain with the PB and a standard again. So
exactly. Well done. Congratulations. Great
Thanks
performance. Thanks.
Cheers.
And we are back here for the men's 60 metres. So I said, great field in this one. Just give you a quick update on that. Women's 60 metres, Molly Scott with that 7:36, so she has equalled that qualifying standard, and hopefully will be on the get to run as they say these days. Joan Healy 7:42, 7:49 personal best for Kate Doherty, better known as a hurdler, and Eva Lynch then personal best 7:55, Neve Williams 7:62, and then Lauren Roy out there in 7:76. So another race for those ladies to come in about an hour's time. In this one we have Leon Reid, Dean Adams, Mark Smith, Conor Morey, Israel Otunde, Marcus Lawler and Joseph Ujuwumi. So a great field in this one. Standard to be reached 6:74. Leon Reid has ran under that in 2018. He's ran at 6:72. He ran at 6:76 so far this season. So he is the man in form with that 20:96. He's best in a couple of years indoors here yesterday. So he is in good nick. There he was on screen, the Menapians man. Dean Adams as well has also ran under the standard in the past. Just last year ran at 6:73. He is the reigning national indoor champion and university champion as well. That is he there, the Ballymena and Antrim man, at the centre of your shot. A rapid starter. There's no doubt about that. He is famed on the island of Ireland as the fast starting Dean Adams. He'll be quick out of the blocks. And then we also have Marcus Lawler in there as well. He's just there in the green. He has ran 6:78 in the past, 6 national titles to his name, and also that World University bronze in 2019 there, the man in green. And then we have a trio of athletes on a very similar time, just behind Joseph Owojumi, the man in the Talavest there, 6:77. Maury Smith and Olatunde ran 6:84. Now Dean Adams there in the very centre. Just a bit of before we start, if you were either side of Dean Adams and he's a quick starter, you're going to feel the pressure early doors as he kicks out of those blocks very, very quickly. But I suppose it is also a confidence boost if you happen to be with him after those first couple of yards, but you'll feel serious pressure in those first couple of metres if Dean Adams has jumped out in front of you, which he most likely will. But Mark Stoller has been training with Dean Adams all winter, once a week, pressing his start, the man in green there, and he'll be hoping to hang on to his coattails over those first couple of yards. Reid, though, the fastest in the field by personal best, just about in front of Dean Adams. It's going to be a cracking battle between those two athletes. Reid there in the black and red strip of Monapians. Adams then in the green, just behind that pole, that unfortunately placed pole of the pole vault that is not taking place today. And Marcus Lawler there, with his hands held high to the sky. Olatunde then in the red and yellow of Tala AC is someone to be watched. Apologies, Ojawumi of Tala AC. Olatunde is just there on the outside in the UCD vest. Ojawumi has ran 6:77 in the past and will be amongst the challengers in this event. So into their blocks, watch out for the rapid start of Dean Adams there in the Ballymena black and green vest. And Adams out quickly, but Reid and Marcus Lawler are holding on to him, but it looks like it's Adams is going to get away with this one, but Reid coming back in those final few yards, and Olatunde on the outside. Very much in the mix, and he is absolutely delighted with that one. He's nearly run as fast back down. 6:73, so underneath the standard there for Leon Reid, just about. And he'll be delighted with that one, just off his PB of 6:72, and we'll see if that is corrected in a few moments. But Olatunde absolutely flying it there on the outside. We mentioned him a little bit earlier on, but you see him there in the very inside lane. But you can see Adams out very, very quickly, and Reid just gets up into his running there and comes after him in the final few yards. But Olatunde all on his own on the outside, and he puts his hands out to say, I don't know what he was saying. You know, are you not entertained, or what was he saying there? But he entertained us there on the outside lane. A previous best of 6:84, and I would say he's well under that now. See here in Somos, Olatunde is on the inside lane here, closest to us, but Adams out incredibly quickly in those first couple of yards, driving away. But Reid, once he gets up into that running, that wonderful 200-metre running style, he is flying past Adams in those final few yards, and Lawler ran out of it there in fourth place. But it really looks like it was Reid, Olatunde, and then Adams. We'll get a time on that one, but they have a chance again in another hour's time to come out again and take another crack at these 60 metres. I'll just give you those results if we can, as quick as we can. So once again, Molly Scott with a win in the women's 7:36, so qualifying standard for 2 run. And who else will get 2 run in Poland? So my computer is having a shocker here. But we will find out momentarily about those men. And we will then be taking a break before we come back with the final 60-metre races of the day. So bear with us for a moment. In the meantime, just think, that was pretty fast. 6:73. Almost a personal best for Leon Reid. And I would suspect a massive personal best for Israel Olatunde. So some incredible performances over the last 2 days, and it looks like another qualifying standard for those boys there. Leon Reid getting that standard, and would suspect Molly Scott as well getting the standard with that 7:36 performance to add to our miraculous 800 metres earlier on, and the men's 1500 metres as well. So it's been an impressive array of results here at the micro meet and over the last couple of weeks in trying circumstances for many of these athletes. And as I said, I'm trying to get those live results for you, but I'm failing miserably, so we may come back to you in an hour's time or thereabouts, just before that, to watch the women's second race of the 60 metres. back here at the Athletics Ireland Elite Micro Meet, sponsored by Irish Life Health. And we have the Series 2, the second race here of the women's 60 metres. So earlier on we had Molly Scott coming out with that breakout performance, qualifying for the European Indoors. We are in danger of overpopulating that team, I think. We have a huge number going at the moment. We'll have to, with restrictions, they may have to go on several different flights. And we had also a smashing performance from Kate Doherty with a personal best in that one, getting third. Joan Healy then, the former Bandonnet C athlete, now running for Leavelle, in second place. And she ran 7:42, so a good bit off her best. So results in the first one: 7:36 for Molly Scott, Joan Healy 7:42, Kate Doherty 7:49 personal best, Aoife Lynch 7:55 in fourth, Niamh Whelan then back at 7:62, and then Lauren Roy 7:76 back there in sixth place. So those athletes will be aiming to join Molly Scott on the plane to run as best they can. Joan Healy, of course, with that 7:31 from back in 2018. And then we had a cracking men's race then, which we'll bring to you shortly. Race 2 of that, with Leon Reid winning the first race at his 200 metre win from yesterday. So on the line, and in the centre of your shot, we've had a bit of a lane redraw there based off that first race. We have Niamh Whelan in lane 2, Molly Scott in lane 3, who won that last one there with that smashing race. She has ran quicker in the past. Kate Doherty then in lane 4, and just outside her then Joan Healy, and then Aoife Lynch, and then Lauren Roy. So a lane redraw has happened after that first race. So the silence has, if it could even be even more silent than it already was, has now become completely silent, except for the sound of my droning voice. So Doherty and Scott and Joan Healy all in those middle lanes there. Scott in the blue of St. Lawrence O'Toole's. And then we have Kate Doherty in the grey and red of DSD, trying gamely to hide behind that pole. And then we have Joan Healy there in the yellow of Leavelle AC. Her sister Phil Healy qualifying in the 400 earlier on, 51.99. So the athletes getting into their blocks: Whelan, Scott, Doherty, Healy, Lynch and Roy. So Scott getting out very well, but Healy there coming back at her again. And it is Scott and Healy all the way towards the line. And once again, Scott has got the win in that one, 7:37. Healy in second and Doherty in third. It is a action replay of the race earlier on. And earlier, Scott's time popped up as 7:37 before being corrected to 7:36. So we may have not had to wait around for this race at all. We could have just shown the last one. Maybe we did. Yes, and you'll never know. No, in that one, Scott with a win, Healy second, Doherty third. Earlier on, we had Lynch fourth in a personal best, Whelan fifth, and Roy in sixth. We'll get an idea of that race there. You can see Healy getting out really strongly, Doherty coming back strongly in the middle, but Scott always the winner in that one. Whelan getting up for fourth place, Lynch then, and then Roy back in sixth. So we've had slight change in those results. Whelan getting the better of Lynch in the second race. And you can see here on the slow-mo, Scott there in the blue, getting it really well. The former 60-metre hurdler, current 60-metre hurdler, getting out strongly. But Healy well up into her running there, but always that kind of inch or two behind the quick starting Scott. And Doherty there in third. Whelan on the outside, getting up for fourth place and exacting revenge on Lynch, who was fourth earlier on with that personal best. Hopefully we'll get an idea of our results there very shortly. So we'll have those results for you as soon as we possibly can. and we will find out. We have one more race to come, and we'll find out the exact result from that. It's not up yet. As I said, the first round 7:36 from Molly Scott. She ran 7:37 according to our clock here, but that was corrected earlier, and maybe corrected again. 7:42 for Joan Healy and 7:49 for Kate Doherty. And then in the second race, 7:37 for Scott, so it hasn't been corrected. 7:42 for Healy, so a repeat for her. So almost the exact result from earlier on for that first two. And Doherty, 7:52, so just slightly slower than her new PB, but under her old PB. 7:58 for Whelan, so an improvement from that first round. And the 7:55. Sorry, Kate Doherty's second result has also come up as a PB. Is not her first round effort was her fastest. Whelan went from 7:62 to 7:58. Lynch running slightly slower, 7:55 into 7:60 in that second race. And Roy, who was a result of 7:76 in the first round, now has run 7:70 in that second round. So we will take a moment or two here now before we get to our next race. We will attempt to get as many interviews as we possibly can. As you can tell, the one-man show here, it's unlikely. We have been missing out on a lot of the female athletes throughout the day as their races are on first, and then you're waiting to commentate on the male races and hope to catch some of the athletes before they leave, which we failed to do earlier on with the likes of Phil Healy, who was obviously paying for her parking or something, because she was out the door. She ran quicker than she did over a lap there out the door of this Abbottstown here and back into the car. Maybe she left the immersion on or something, I don't know. She was pretty quick though. And we'll obviously have some more quick units here now in this Series 2 of the men's. Ojawumi, Mori, Leon Reid, Olatunde, Lawler and Smith. And Olatunde, by the way, has, with that run earlier on, broken the junior and under 23 records. So that's an impressive performance from him with that cracking run. He also qualified, got himself on the plane, barring any in the yellow. And Reid and Adams getting out really strongly. So these are the three guys with the qualification standard. Adams, quick starter, going so well there in the green. But Leon Reid coming back at him in the last 20 metres and almost unnoticed. And that was that are you not entertained moment there from Olatunde. Maybe he was going, did no one see this coming? I was on the outside. Nobody noticed me. And he ran an under 20 record, an under 23 record. And has got himself the qualifying standard for the European Indoor Championships in Turon, Poland. So a cracking effort. You can see here the slow-mo Leon Reid. It was maybe a yard or two down on Adams, but really comes back at him over that last 20 metres. And Olatunde up and getting second place, which is absolutely outstanding. So 6:72 for Leon Reid and 6:74 for Israel Olatunde, breaking the previous records of 6:83 and 6:77. So a cracking effort from Olatunde there, the UCD athlete. Tremendous performance. And we've had a lane rejig, which we'll chat to you about in a moment. This race is scheduled to take place in about 5 minutes' time. So we might take a minute or two before we come back with the preview for that race. So we are back for this second race here, Series 2 of the men's 60 metres. Dean Adams is not there, which is disappointing because in pretty much every race that Dean Adams is in, most of the time I don't even really look at the first few metres and I just say, wow, Dean Adams is really fast there, because he always is. You can guarantee it. But he's not there now. But Ojuwumi is there. He's in lane 2. And then you've got Conor Morty of Leave LAC. Then Leon Reid, the winner of the first series. Israel Tunde, that the newly minted junior and under 23 record holder. Then Marcus Lawler. Then Mark Smith. Then on the outside. So in that first heat, Leon Reid 672 and Isidore Tunde 674. Both men on the qualification standard, alongside Dean Adams, who is not present in this one. So watching those middle lanes there, the black and red of Menapians AC, that is Leon Reid. Then you have Israel Tunde in the yellow and blue of UCD, and then the all green strip of Marcus Lawler, not to be discounted in this one. He's running, still running reasonably well. The World University bronze medalist over 200 metres has been training with Dean Adams all winter on the sprint start, so is getting out quick. But Reid there, Maury getting out well as well, but Olatunde and Reid driving towards the line. Looks like Reid has it here. He's got a couple of inches to spare on Olatunde, and 669. If that is right, that is a monster PB. That's a huge PB for possibly both Reid and Olatunde. So that'll be Reid's first time under the 670 barrier. He has ran 672 in the past and has ran it today. And now Olatunde possibly even breaking his own PB set only an hour ago. So cracking effort there from Leon Reid. See here, he gets out really strongly, and Olatunde is pushing him all the way to the line, and he is delighted with that one. So he'll be buzzing with that performance there, and yesterday's performance as well, over 200 metres. And Olatunde almost doesn't know where to look. He's saying, did I just run 670 flat maybe? Possibly. He's striding with him there. You can see Leon Reid just getting maybe an inch or two on Olatunde, but that pressure from Olatunde pushing him all the way towards the line. And Maury looks like he got up for third place, and he was a serious battle there between Marcus Lawler and Mark Smith, with Ojuwumi being ran out of it slightly. But we will try and get those results for you as soon as we can. But at 669 from Leon Reid is... It's now gone to 668, has been called out from the mist here, 668. Do you have it? So 660, they called it out, 668 down below. So a big PB for Leon Reid, their previous best 672, and we'd like to see, has the under 20 and under 23 record been broken yet again by Olatunde, the UCD man. Possibly, we'll see in a moment. We're going to go down and get a quick interview with Molly Scott and with our Leon Reid, and possibly even our good friend Israel Olatunde. So for those of you still with us, we have a quick interview with Molly Scott, who qualified for the European Indoor Championships to run with her 7:36 run in race 1. And we also will be chatting to Leon Reid, who set a personal best there of 6:69 in that 60 metres, and will also be competing in Poland in a few weeks' time. So enjoy, and we will see you at our next live stream. So Molly, 2 great performances there over 60 metres. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I know I am. I'm delighted to just have gone out and gotten the time. Even in the first race, once I did that, it was a relief, and I knew it was in me today, so I'm just happy to have gotten it done.
And looking forward now to possible selection over 60 metres for the European Indoors.
Yeah, I really hope I get selected now. What matters is that I got the time today, and it's been a long month trying to get things right and get back into race shape, and I'm really happy. Like I was so excited to run today, and I finally kind of gave myself a fair chance to get everything right. So today was probably one of the first days I turned up and I was like, I'm ready, like I can do it. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, it's obviously been a difficult time for sprinters trying to get to tracks and gyms and that kind of stuff over the last couple of months. You were down training with Phil Healy over the last couple of months. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. I learned so much. Like I was there for about 4 months, and I've learned so much in terms of like endurance, and it was great. And I definitely recommend people. Change is really good, and it's definitely needed to happen if you want to progress. But in the last month, I moved back home, and I've been with my mum, and the best of both worlds. Had 2 coaches for a while, then I'm back with my mum, and I'm just happy that me and her, we pulled it off today.
Yeah, and obviously you're so proficient over the hurdles as well. Is it getting kind of difficult to choose now which event you might focus on for the summer?
Well, I took a break for 4 months, so I haven't hurdled. I went over a few last week, and I'm definitely going to get back into it for the summer, or if not, indoors next year. It's not something that I'm going to walk away from. I've had to fix a lot of things in different areas, and I think that's the last thing on my list now. I have to go hell for leather at getting my head right for that event.
Perfect. Well done today, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck.
Thanks for having
Cheers.
me.
Thanks. So Leon, capping off a fantastic weekend. You promised it yesterday that you'd break the 6:17. You did so fair play to you.
Yeah, no, it was. I spoke to my coach in between rounds, and I was like, "That was all right." And he was like, "Did you fall over? Did you stumble? Did you do all this?" I was like, "No, I thought it was good." He's like, "Go again." I'm not happy, so I really had to try and switch on and focus and go again. So.
Yeah, big personal best for you there in the 60, and obviously a good run yesterday in the 200.
Yeah.
Really in sparkling form now going towards this European Indoors.
Yeah, so I've got another race in Madrid on Wednesday. I think it's like the Gold Indoor Tour, which I didn't know I was actually signing up for. My agent messaged me. She's like, "Do you want to race in Madrid?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I didn't know I was racing against some of the fastest 60-meter runners in the world. So I've kind of chucked myself in the deep end there. But now coming off the back of that, I can go again and try to run at even quicker times. So.
Yeah, and great to see you put under pressure there from Israel Atunde as well.
Yeah,
and that running that.
Yeah, definitely. He was right
records.
next to me, and I was thinking, if I'm near him, because he's a quite big, powerful starter, if I'm near him, then I can try and kick and go again. So when I was with him at the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what I wanted. And then I pushed through at the end, and then I dipped for my life, and then nearly jumped over the top of the the mats there. So yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah, well done. Brilliant weekend for our sprinting. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks.
Bye.